Oklahoma therapist Trey Trotter speaks with you today about co-parenting. Hello everybody, my name is Trey Trotter and I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist in Ponca City, and I also have a second location in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about the concept of co-parenting. And co-parenting is a term that we use to describe parents who have children together, but they're no longer together in any kind of romantic relationship. And even though that marriage or that romantic relationship may have ended, the relationship between the two of you has not ended whenever you have children, but rather it changes. And it changes into one that's called co-parenting. And co-parents are two people who share a child together or children, and they are responsible for the daily care of the children and for making decisions about their lives. And it does require communication, it requires conflict resolution, it requires patience, and a lot of practice. You know, in my private practice, I work a lot with co-parents, and they tell me a lot, you know, Trey, if we knew how to do this, we probably wouldn't have ever split up. And for a lot of people, I find that that is the case, but communication and conflict resolution skills aren't necessarily something that we learn in school or we learn on the job. And sometimes our parents or whoever raised us doesn't even really explain what communication and conflict resolution skills entail. So sometimes it's awkward. It takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of determination and a lot of willingness to forgive each other's shortcomings and problems that kind of come up. It requires a focus on the kids as opposed to a focus on each other or the past hurts that each other has caused the other parent. Now that can be a very stressful transition to make. Some couples make it pretty well, and some people have a little bit more difficult, and it takes time. And usually the first year after a breakup, especially when you have children and you have to keep going on and making decisions together, can be a particularly difficult time because the emotions are still really raw. Maybe we're still very angry. Maybe we're still very sad, you know, certain things like that. And so it can be a very difficult transition to make from a situation where you all were romantically involved or sexually involved into one where you now are expected to be co-parents. You're expected to make decisions together. You're expected to communicate, to resolve conflict in a timely manner, and to cooperate. And it's not necessarily an easy task. Co-parenting does require that you focus on the children's needs as opposed to your needs or, again, as I said earlier, past hurts and disappointments. In our next video segment, we're going to start talking about the nuts and bolts of a good co-parenting session, good co-parenting relationship, rather. If you would like more information about the services that I offer, please look at my website at treytrotter.com, and you can follow us on Twitter. You can check out my Pinterest account. Many different ways. Just Google me. You'll find me. And one last thing to consider. Is it true? Is it kind? Is it necessary? If you can't answer yes to all three, don't do it and don't say it. Your kids are worth it. I will see you next time, everybody, and have a great day. Bye-bye. Remember, there is hope and I can help.